So hello dear student, welcome back to this YouTube channel, and in this video we are going to discuss about the communication. So first of all I would like to introduce myself. So I am Samir Sirnath from Btech CSC with a specialization in artificial intelligence and machine learning. So what is communication and what is the word communication? So if you are going to introduce communication, it is a systematic process by which anyone can express themselves to the other. Means a human is a animal type, like a social animal. The human, from its beginning to the end, it is going to communicate and share the ideas between themselves to progress. From the, you can see from the history to till now, we have just progressed a lot. So the main thing that has done with us is communication, because without communication we can't share our ideas, our views on any topic to the other person in a society. So communication is this much important to introduce or to communicate with other. So according to Robert Anderson, he was actually a philosopher. He told that a communication is interchange of thoughts. Communication is interchange of thought. Means the thought you have, you are just changing to the other, and you are just taking the feedback or the thought of the other person, opinion and the information. And these all things done in the form of speech, writing and sign. You know that speech is a form of communication, you know that writing is a form of communication, but many people don't think that sign is a form of communication. But these are the forms of communication that are coming from ancient time. As you look in the Harappan civilization or Mesopotamian civilization, you can see that there are some stone on which the some signs are made. That is a kind of communication that ancient people, 1000 2000 BC later people had done that. So that means the people were aware about this sign type of communication, and we can also say that these signs were the first form of communication which were developed in our history. So moving next, so for a better communication we need some tools. Like if you are going to at a mechanic shop, he have some tools to do it work. So for the communication we have some tools. The first one is language. Language is too much important, because suppose you are just sitting in a big auditorium and the person is speaking in a Bengali and you don't know Bengali, then that kind of thing is called tools of communication. That you are just a, language is just a barrier there, you can't understand the language. So the for the good communication you should be aware about the language, which language you are using for that communication. Okay, the second one is script. It's the same thing. The language, if you are telling anything, if your language is not in a systematic way, then that is not a effective communication. The third one is drawing, painting, sculpture and visual art. Suppose I am just presenting this to you, so I have added some visual art to make you understand that what that this means. Like I have added here communication. You can understand that by this, looking at this picture, this is a kind of visual art that you can interpret that what is communication without reading any single word. So you can know that body is also form of a communication that is too much important. When two politicians meet, the media shows that their body language were positive or their body language was negative. Suppose a PM of India meets with a PM of Pakistan, so their body language so different things, and that's why media interpret that what was the medium of conversation between them and what was the communication between them. So we can interpret communication by one tool, that is body or the body language. The silence is also a part of a communication. It are the tools of communication. Suppose you are telling anything to anyone but he is not responding, that he has communicated with you that it is this person is not interested in that communication. So silence is also a tool of communication. The dress and costume is also a form of communication. Suppose any bill is passed by the ruling government, then the opposition just wear the black dress to just oppose the government without saying a single word. They are just communicating with a parliament. So moving next, so for the better outcome from any communication, these qualities should be included. The qualities which are essential for the better outcome of communication. Suppose you are doing any communication and any animal are doing any communication, then what is the difference between your communication and their communication? Actually there is also a difference between the communication of a illiterate person and a scholar person, because the way they speak, the way they interpret their ideas to the other is totally different if it is illiterate or a degree holder. See, sincerity, there should be a sincerity in communication. There should be active listening. Suppose you are telling anything to any illiterate person, he will not ready to listen. Why? Because he have not the quality of active listening. Because after active listening, you will have the point, what to point out after the communication, or if you are in any debate, first listen the things and then answer those things, then that will be productive to you. So the third point is language. Your language should be as much as informative and should be reachable to the large audience, so that your communication will be effective to everyone. And the next one is empathy, clarity, emotional intelligence, respect, listening, consciousness, listening skills, consistency, focus, and attention. Positive attitude, respectful, confident, sincerity. Sincerity is repeated here, but you should be respectful, confident, and you should have the positive attitude if you are doing any communication with anyone. So, moving next, uh, the point is spoken communication. So for the purpose of communication, we converted symbol into a particular sound is known as spoken communication. Actually, from ancient time until now, we have just converted sign into symbols, and we just read it and gave it a special pronunciation. Like if this is the letter A, that means this symbol we study as a. So that is a kind of a spoken communication. It is a kind of a verbal communication. So a verbal communication also include a spoken communication. Like here the all the things are arranged. If it is A, you can't read it B. If it is A, it is clearly showing that it is the letter A. So a good spoken communication includes pleasant voice, tone, identification of topic, and a specific toward a topic. So doing a point one by one, you should be have a pleasant voice when you are doing any spoken communication. Like if you are just speaking to a large audience and your voice is not pleasant, then no one will listen you at all. So second one is tone. Your tone of the communication should be familiar with the topic. The next one is identification of topic. Whatever you are speaking, you must be aware about what topic you are speaking. And then last but not the least, a specific toward the topic. You should be specific toward the topic on which you are speaking, because if you are just going out of the topic, then no any audience will listen you. So here are the types of communication. We have covered the verbal communication. It is a kind of a spoken communication that we have just looked in our previous slide. So this one is non-verbal communication, the next is written communication, and the next one is visual communication. We will read non-verbal communication. So here are the type of non-verbal communication. Actually this kind of communication is not that much effective like speaking spoken communication. If anyone is gazing at you, that doesn't mean he's angry on you. He's just you are feeling a thought of insecurity with him. That can be so many ways, and that can be interpreted in so many kinds. So facial expression, gesture, posture, physical touch. But point to note is that non-verbal communication is not that much precise or detailed way of communication. So hope you have understood the non-verbal communication. So moving next, the third one is written communication. Actually written communication, I think it is the best way of communication, because if you are going anywhere or any industry, then everything that you are just passing any message to any client or any other department, then your message should be in a written form. That's why you have the proof, because written is stored in a form of data, which you can use as a legal evidence. So we can see that creative activity, if you are writing something, you can add some creativity. Like in this form, I have just passing a message in a written form of communication. You can see this kind in a visual communication, like it is a pleasant flower showing everything. But if you are looking at the written communication, you have the human activity, language, permanent record. That's why the written communication is also used in a parliament or anywhere in a courts or any supreme court. So these are the apex court of the India. But we are using the written. Why written communication is used? To keep a legal record for the future evidence. The next is lengthy process. Actually this is the demerit of the written communication, because the writing any document is a lengthy process. The next is accuracy. Sometimes it is a big barrier in a written communication. So moving next, it is a kind of visual communication. What is visual communication? So visual communication is basically what you are just looking at your eyes and understanding what is this poster or anything want to tell you. Like if you are just going anywhere and you are looking a movie poster, that after looking at it you will understand that this movie is coming, then that is a kind of visual communication. This can be used to target a large audience which is illiterate also, because if I you are just posting a picture of food and you are just doing any party, a illiterate person after watching that can think that this is a picture of a party. So visual communication is more good for the illiterate or the people from village area. So the next point is presentation. What is presentation? A presentation is an activity to express your ideas, point of view in public or to an audience, or to persuade the audience to take a certain decision. Suppose you are working in a software company and you have an idea to develop a software. So how will you explain that software to your team? Because you are not going to work single on that project. There will be a group of people called as team, so they will work for the software. So they will means go in a process where after using your ideas, then how you are going to share your idea? Through a presentation. A good presentation can lead to a good team. So moving next, so these are the points you said have remember for a good presentation. Keep it simple. Keep your project as much as simple as it can. Relax and enjoy. Support your audience. Suppose you are going to present anything, then just take a feedback from your audience, so that they will not feel bored and they will also think that they are also participating in the presentation. So hope you will do a comment below this presentation, so that you I will be feeling good that I am delivering whatever to you is effective to you. So hope you have understood everything. So make use of visual, make use of voice, show enthusiasm, find a mentor, keep interesting beginning, prepare and practice. So these are the points for a good presentation. So thank you for everything. Thank you for watching. So see you in the next video. Till then, take care and bye bye.